Okay, just getting set up here. Why didn't it... I specifically copied and pasted that thing. Okay. There. And going through here. Okay. And again, just make sure everything's set up. And we can get started momentarily. Okay, chat overlay works. Great. That is very good. Oh, okay, that was interesting. So I did some. Wait a minute. My controller's on, which means it is vibrating. You know what? It'd be easiest to just take a battery out. There. Then I don't have to go through the whole meshigas. I really enjoy these 2D sections, like, and it's good to see that it still feels good to go through even when you're, you know, repeatedly going through the sections, which I would recommend. I mean, they've been expanded just enough. I also like that you can recollect the film reels for a small monetary reward. Oh, right. I was just instinctively using KBM, forgetting that for the 2D sections, instead of just WASD, you could also use the arrow keys, which feels a lot better. I also didn't notice that there's much more obvious liner and shading and stuff like that. I've also decided that I'm putting these Twitch sessions up on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to be doing a more like a full comprehensive playthrough like I did for the first game. My plans for Let's Play are, you know, it's primarily I want to try and do some shorter stuff after Blasphemous was such a huge deal. Roy was in last time, and actually I'll just double check. But yes, it has happened already. It happened last time, and I've just asked. So I did so. No, well, you may yet get another one. It depends. I asked him, and it was again. And all these are okay. So Roy said he's going to be in the chat instead. He was here earlier, but So he'll be in Roy will be in chat in here. I'm not sure about Blasphemous, but you know, either way, it's fine. So I did some grinding off screen. Just did a couple of minor side quests. I did find that there was there's a new physics rule which I've mentioned before, but so in previous games when you have bounce pads like the beds or something else similar, if you held down the A button, you would gain more height. That is no longer the case. You have to use the new ground pound move to gain more heights. Which, despite breaking every rule about 2D and 3D platforming that I grew up with, it's actually kind of intuitive. Once you get used to it, that is. I also, off screen, I bought Goofy's other leg. Wait, hold on a second. So I was briefly playing with a controller just for. Now the mouse sensitivity is Jesus H. Walt Disney himself. That is some. See, this is okay. So, I'm not going to make too big of a deal of it, but I want you to. This is when camera sensitivity is at half. It seems like this game, you know, in addition to everything else that this game takes after Deus Ex, also ridiculous DPI sensitivity. So I'm going to bring this back down to what I had before. That's much more reasonable. Like, if you try to play Deus Ex now with a modern mouse, you basically need to turn down the DPI on your mouse to, you know, to the absolute slowest if you want to have any control. Off screen, I also bought Goofy's other leg that I missed in Tomorrow City. I know exactly where it is. I was so overwhelmed by how cool, well, not Tomorrow City, but Tomorrow Square was that. And this again. Okay, so how do I get this again? It is. Yeah. Okay. So there's a bit of jank where you still have to click either the left or right mouse button before you can resume camera movement after going from the pause menu, which is, again, it's strange, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I bought the last piece of Goofy, and did some grinding off screen. So here we go, animatronic Goofy in 4K, well, 1080p, but you could see it in 4K if I wasn't streaming it. Yes! Look at this boy. He's even more horrible than I remember him. I am so pleased. I went into this as blind as I could, you know, not looking up any of the remake changes or design upgrades. But I am so happy with animatronic Goofy's new redesign. Oh, he even does the vacuum animation! Oh, that's adorable! Yes! This remake just continues to deliver in every conceivable manner. He's even more of a horror. Now, we gotta see his... Oh, yeah, it's... No, wait, it's not E. It's R. That's for sketches now. That is also a minor glitch where if you're not on perfectly even ground, the sketch, at least the TV sketch kind of freaks out. We'll see what happens with the anvil, but we're not going to get the anvil until Bog Easy. Yeah, Hortensia's house looks pretty good still. There's a whole a part of like the bunny child side quest that was in Epic Mickey 2 involves either putting them in jail again or bringing them to no wait, it was something to do with there was an NPC yeah, there was an NPC who wanted to kidnap the bunny children and feed them ice cream, or you could get them back to Hortensia's house. Yeah, I think what this yeah, there's actually this is a reference to a separate quest where you can, if you want, sell it to not Metairie, the museum lady, whose name I don't remember at the moment. Metairie, I think, is one of the NPCs of Bog Easy. I'm also kind of relieved that they didn't try to rewrite any of Gremlin Prescott's dialogue to fit better into Epic Mickey 2. Because, yeah, in Epic Mickey 2, he is actually a villain, more or less out of nowhere. Yeah, skipping the film strip, that's pretty standard. This was in the Japanese version, but it works a little differently here. You could, for one thing, you could skip tickets. For one thing, you could skip the 2D levels for free. But again, yeah, that's the Japanese version of the original. Still can't. They did this on purpose, didn't they? With the purple hue, given that the developer is a purple lamp. I don't know. Maybe Oswald is enamored with the TV this time because it no longer plays Steamboat Willie. This will never get old. Not in the slightest. Oh, right, I forgot that's what the upgrade is. Speaking of upgrades, I recently learned that the wallet upgrades are gone. There is theoretically no upper limit to how much money you can have. Presumably whatever the string integer value is, but... Yeah, not only is there no limit to your wallet, it's just it is effectively infinite. I mean, to be fair, 9,999 e-tickets in the original might as well be infinite. I've been told that there is some kind of New Game Plus. New Game Plus in the original was, I mean, it basically didn't really change that much. It allowed you to get any capacity upgrades to things like the wallet or to sketches, and take it with you to a second playthrough, which wouldn't matter anyway, because it's not like you could use them from the start or anything. So we're going to, after just a brief check for some more money, we're going to go to Tortooga. And I am very excited to see the new version of the Captain Hook fight. We're going to have to decide. We have to decide which version, because there's 3 different ways that you can fight Captain Hook. We could either save the sprite at the top of the ship, we could just beat him into pieces, or we can specifically feed him to the crocodile. think I showed off all three in some capacity. Oh, right, I have to go to Smee. I'm also going to be going for the side quest chains that I didn't show off, because if you remember, there's a couple of choices where it will determine which NPCs are left behind. Oh shit, there's a piece of concept art up there. Okay, I'm gonna have to go grab that before we go. This, I think, was also... Ventureland, I think, was the first, like, piece of official gameplay that was ever shown off for the original version at E3 2010. Like, there have been like, a trailer or two, but, you know, this was the first gameplay showcase, was the Wii version of Ventureland. You know, I never really noticed this detail in all my time playing the original. Maybe it's just because it was, you know, low def, but hey, there's the compass. Now, if there's one negative with this remake, it is messing with my memories as to which bits of detail were already in the original that I missed or never saw properly, and what is actually, you know, new for the remake. Yeah, so I also wasn't the biggest fan of the levels based on the Castaway, but considering that Alpine Climbers has also been made genuinely good now, there is hope yet. Now, if you notice that this is the same music that plays during Gilda's races. None of the music in the 2D levels in either version of the game is taken from its original source material. It is, I mean, occasionally they're inspired by it, or they use motifs from it, but it's all new arrangements at the very least. Yeah, and so far, almost every film reel has been in a brand new location, and, you know, just the fact that we have multiple film reels at all. Oh. There's interesting thing with the camera there. There, okay. Oh, these are bounce pads now. Okay. Those were speaking of new things. Oh, this is completely new. That's neat. I mean, kind of anticlimactic, but hey, it's something. It's an actual proper scripted event in one of these 2D levels. Incredible. I mean, I guess in terms of level design, this is more like the Black Mesa approach, where you take the foundation and expand on it in any way you can. I also never noticed that was a bowling ball. I think that might be a reference to a joke from the original cartoon. Anyway, let's go to Tortooga. Are they going to keep the Legend of Zelda reference? I'm pretty sure I see no reason why not.
Yar. Yar. Hello.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, those cutscenes are exactly the same as the original. I mean, they're upscaled, but now, from what I remember, because the original his bag is just a bunch of rocks, and you can just grab his sword. I think in the original you can grab it without having to get that original trigger first. But you know what? Let's see. If I remember correctly, his cutlass is behind. Yeah, that's where the bag is. Yeah, and you can go straight over. Oh. The free aiming feels pretty good. I mean, as you might expect, but still, it's. There's not quite as much of a hover anymore in the air when you do the shotgun move. Now we're gonna leave those enemies to fight. Oh right, we have to unlock the. We have to get the jail cell keys first. Is it the same spot? Now, can't remember if it's Gabe or Tycho that we have to. I think it's Tycho. Oh no, it's the other one. It's Gabe. I have to remember where the other jail cell keys are. Another small piece of accidentally used a sketch there. Another small piece of jank. That the cursor doesn't automatically update to green when you finish painting in an ally. Oh right, one of the keys is down here. Right, so I'll use that to get Gabe. I also remapped the I remapped the Guardian button, which for some reason is mapped to 5. Don't know why that is. It's very awkward, but now it's on tab, which I find much cleaner. Ah, maybe it was Sanderson. Like I said, it has been a while since I've played this game, even considering the Let's Play. There's this gremlin here. I'm definitely not going to be getting all the gremlins. I already missed one in Tomorrow City. But I'll get everything I can. Plus, you know, depending on how good the New Game Plus is. I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing this multiple times regardless. Just, you know, at some point, this is This is the game I have been dreaming of for like a decade now. So, yeah, of course I'm going to be playing the hell out of it. Part of me still doesn't believe that this actually exists. It's madness. Oh. Not sure what that did, but whatever it is, it doesn't sound like it was anything good. This controls so incredibly well. Like, I have also played like a little bit of it with controller during some of the off-screen grinding sessions, and it was also very good. But I'm just really, really impressed with the smoothness of the keyboard and mouse controls. Might as well do the lanterns while I try to remember where the other key is. I'm not gonna look this up. I used to know where everything was on this map. Look for the other jail. Is it? Yes, there it is. Ah, I knew I'd remember. There is also, to some degree, a level of irony that, considering the original game was itself about nostalgia for things that have been forgotten, and now we're dealing with a remake that is itself the subject of nostalgia. Anyway, let's get the third pirate out of there. I should be using the sprint instead of spamming dash. Yeah, Branderson's gone long. We still haven't picked up the bag, by the way. It's I'm doing this deliberately because I can't remember whether the game actually whether it takes into account if you go straight for the scabbard and ignore the bag, which is a fake out. Oh. I'm pretty sure this is new. I think Branderson just disappears in the original. Well, that's neat. It actually shows you. It shows you a little icon of which enemy it's gonna hit, of which enemy the Guardians are gonna hit. This is also so much clearer now. Like, I've basically solved this by accident multiple times, I should say. Now it is like that art design is so much better. Oh no! That poor seer. You know, now that I think about it, I don't necessarily think that it'll be impossible to go back to the original after this. But it will certainly be interesting. A study of contrasts. And this remake is doing a very good job of messing with my memory. You know, what stuff here is new, and what is just details that went underappreciated the first time. Oh, I completely forgot that one of Daisy's parts is in here. Or it could just be new placement. I don't remember. Alright, here we go. This is gonna be time for the Legend of Zelda joke. Let's hope. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. It does not accommodate. You still need to grab the bag. Huh. Well, I've already got the sword, but he really wants that bag. Like, he won't take it without it, I guess. Again, another thing that is like a problem exclusive to me is that I keep mixing up the left and mouse buttons for what is paint versus thinner, because they're swapped from the PC version of Epic Mickey 2. But again, I'm one of the few people who even played the PC version of Epic Mickey 2, let alone used keyboard and mouse for it. So and I unlocked the Time is an Illusion achievement. Oh, it just completely skips that sequence where you go back and forth. Okay, that's all right. Here we go. Come on, keep the Legend of Zelda joke. You can do it. Yes! I'm screenshotting that. I am very glad they kept that. I would be the only person who cared, but I'm glad they kept it. I wish that at the very least they included like an Xbox 360 controller. Like, I know they couldn't do it for keyboard, but come on. Oh great, I forget what's... Oh, no, I wanted... Damn it, I wanted to go into paint. Okay, oh yeah, it's just the... It's the mouse button. Or the mouse wheel to scroll between sketches. I am sorry for the horrible pain that caused you, Starkey. Just blame my muscle memory from Epic Mickey 2. It was not personal. See, Branderson, this is what happens when you go into mysterious caves and now you can't get out. See, because we used paint, that was a paint choice, but you know, good is not always merciful. Also way easier to get tints or terps than it was in the original, or faster, I guess. I was glad they didn't bring back the Guardian Pool system. Okay, maybe it was a little bit personal. Another weird bit of jank, which I'm sure will be fixed in a future update. Depending on the angle, your paint or thinner stream could just like shoot out into space. Again, I'm not going to get mad over those. It's a small thing that even if it doesn't get fixed, I mean, it is far from a deal breaker. It's funny. Ah, I see. They are still bringing back the slopes. What the hell was that? Huh? What happened to the physics? Excuse me? Did I, is that intentional? What just happened? Oh no, I think I discovered a speedrunning exploit. What the hell? I have no idea what just happened. But I'm sure someone clipped that. I'll send it later on to the Epic Mickey Speedrunning Discord. And I'll see if they can figure out what the hell just happened. Oh, and I really like the ground pound actually affects the ostrich's torso movements. That's really cool. Oh, and I see that's just a shortcut back here. Well, it's whatever it is, it's not happening again. Okay, so if I had to guess, something maybe happened with like the slope here. Maybe getting hit. Because that's what happened before. No, it's not happening again. So some interaction with the slope mechanic caused Mickey to absolutely freak out. Again, that's just my own interpretation. I still don't really know. Wow, they're really intent on using this slope mechanic, which again, the forced downward slope is completely new. And I'm glad they're at least, you know, sticking to their guns on that. Oh, this looks fantastic. I mean, there's only so many ways that you can say game pretty, but I will continue to do so. This is not... No, this is not a new area. So one thing I noticed on a pretty routine basis is that, well, grinding has, or the RNG for the RNG for drops, for destructible object drops, has been tweaked so that you can really only consistently get money when you are on a story mission like this. Like when you're in Tortooga, or you're in Mickey Junk Mountain, or Tomorrow Square, you are guaranteed to get more money and higher drops. Whereas if you're just running around in between story missions, like in Mean Street or something, you won't get as much money then. And I think that's to discourage grinding, or at least like between mission grinding, which I learned when I was trying to get that extra couple thousand so I could buy the piece of Goofy's body that I missed earlier. Ah, that's one of the symbols. That's I think that's Starkey's quest. I'm probably not going to spend too much time here because, again, this area is huge and I don't want to really bog down the momentum of the stream. And we all want to get to Captain Hook. I think I've decided we're going to feed him to the crocodile if I can remember the pattern. If I can remember the pattern to send him off the edge of the ship and get him to feed the crocodile, then I will do it. So this was also an area where in the original, the watch sketch was basically useless against Beetleworks because, well, because of like glitches with frame rate and stuff like that. They would renew their armor faster than it would be possible to, even deal with them. Can we sneak in? Yes! That's another exploit that was fixed. It was not possible to do that. Oh wow, you can... Oh, okay, well I wasted a Guardian there. That's kind of my fault on that part, but... I think I broke him. He should be regenerating his... There he goes. Okay. Alright, so now, step number 2. Okay, that's been fixed as well. That's good to know. Well, kind of. He was in mid-attack animation there. And I got the faulty machinery achievement for defeating each kind of Beetleworks once. So, there's still a tiny bit of jank, but it's considerably less so than the original, which I'm fine with. And we will at least do this one, because there's a piece of Daisy in here. Yeah, there should be enough tune in here to show off the new version of the Guardian special attack, which is now a charge attack. Oh right, Starkey. I totally forgot about Starkey.
Huh. Huh. Hi. Hey. Huh? 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 Hey. Hey. Yeah.
I've already tried uploading some of the earlier streams to YouTube, or at least like they're private videos now. I'm gonna be releasing them later, and there is a negative chance of ever making any money off of those. Like it's even after Twitch muted some audio already, like YouTube was still picking up all of Jim Dooley's music, which yeah, that's fine. You know what? It's not like I make a lot of money off of Let's Play anyway. Like a streamer mode for Epic Mickey would just you would have to play blind and deaf. you'll see here, like, the fact that the cursor is still red, even that it's red during the initial animation, transitioning between foe and friend. There are so many little gameplay tweaks that I just absolutely adore. And of course, the ability to use a mouse. I mean, that goes without saying. Oh. That one's a little tricky. Looks like it's just out of range. And you can't... What is going on with this? Is this glitch? Either this is glitched. Or... Huh. Okay. Very strange. Oh, wait. Maybe it's because I haven't drained the thinner in this area yet. That could be why. Alright, so here... We're gonna go, like, further top the hangman's tree here. Actually, I shouldn't really be... Because this is... Because I want the alternate... No, wait, that wouldn't matter anyway, because ultimately the choice that determines the side quests is not this. It's actually... It's only whether or not you fix the machines that are turning the pirates into monsters. So, as you can see, this is the new version of the Ultra Guardian attack, where previously... You would shake the Wii Remote and the nunchuck together, and then that would send out all of your guardians to attack. This kind of does the same thing, except it's not just 3. It will attack any hostile enemy that's, you know, in aggro range. And after all that build-up, it only did the one Splitoosh. How fitting is that, huh? Well... You know what? We could either I'm trying to remember. We can still get Daisy's torso, or not her torso, some part of Daisy's body, without helping Starkey out of the jungle. Because the only quests that actually affect that are finding all the symbols and defeating all the enemies, or both. I would also be very curious to hear the opinions of people who have not played the original, which I know that despite the first game's popularity, there's, you know, it fell off pretty quickly because I'm not going to entirely blame the people who were upset about the lack of edgelord stuff in it, but you know, it certainly didn't help. I'm not entirely sure I like that the cursor disappears when Gus is talking. I mean, I suppose it is preferable to the entire game stopping while the text box loads, which is how the original worked. But, you win some, you lose some, as they say. How many do we have left of the... Okay, yeah, there's 2 more. Okay, what I said before, clearly not a glitch. That was intentional, because that's the second That's the second raft that has worked the same way. That is either an oversight or an extremely deliberate. It's either a huge oversight or it is extremely deliberate. I think there's a gremlin up here that will stop the flow. You know, I thought perhaps that the menu might show me the locations, but eh. Oh. Is there something else for that gremlin? Again, I'll have to figure this out at a later time, but... Well, for some reason I thought that perhaps... Because there's only 2 jewels left. Yeah, green e-tickets are now worth 10. The old 30 e-tickets are completely gone. Instead, there's a blue e-ticket that's worth 25. I'm not entirely sure what to think of these changes to the wasteland economy. All right, well, with the new physics, this is certain to... Oh! Almost got it. There's a particular... Yeah, there's a particular quirk to the new physics where if you wait a couple of frames... You cannot, by the way, put more than one TV on. Just like in the original. Oh, that was close. You know what? If I put... Actually, no, wait. I was overthinking that. I could just go over to the left. Oh, right. I forgot. If you don't destroy it, it's a timed puzzle. Well, I can at least get some concept art while I'm here. Oh no! So no one tell me where the other two, because I almost think I remember where they are. Plus, I mean, it's entirely possible that this remake does like to occasionally change the locations of important items just to mess with us. Again, the remake I am thinking of most often in comparison to this is Black Mesa. In that particular way that it would mess with our heads. Hey, there's one of them. While I do know this game pretty well, I don't quite have it memorized. At least not like all the optional stuff. Nope. Maybe that's... So we're down to 1. Yeah, the Hangman's Tree is the way out. You can ignore all of this optional stuff for the worst possible ending. It's just that I do at least want to get the jewels done with. No, looks like whatever was already here, we've already collected. Oh, that's interesting. This is now considered 2 pieces, so that I could still fit out the first half of this log and still stand on it. That's cool. I like that. Again, it is entirely possible that that was in the original and I just forgot, but we'll see. I think we've already been here before. A lantern by the... Well, I'm looking specifically for the jewels. I'm specifically looking for the jewels. Lantern, I think, is connected to connected to freeing the gremlin up here. I think that's what unlocks it, but... Right, there was already one of the jewel eyes up here. Yeah, there it is. Come on. Yeah, I was right. So basically, the freeing the gremlin will just allow us unlimited time underneath that thinner pool. Which, if I remember correctly, there was a gold pin down there, and I don't remember if there are any... I don't think there's any quest-related items underneath the thinner pool, but there is definitely... Yeah, like there was we already picked up a piece of concept art, and there is definitely a piece of not thinning that out, because that's one of Starkey's quests. We want to make sure that he remains in Tortooga for the foreseeable future. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Yep, and that allows us to permanently go through here. What are the chances that there actually is, like, the remaining jewel is down here? I just completely forgot about it. Like I said, while I do know the original game well, I'll admit that I am much more familiar with the section leading up to, like, the Mickey Chuck Mountain for the first time. And the further we get into the game, the less I remember, which I suppose is most people's experience with games that they know well. It is, regardless, still just such a shock to the system. Seeing all of these locales that I know so well in much higher definition and a consistent frame rate. Yeah, there we go. It was not a glitch. Definitely not a glitch with those. It just, I don't know. Maybe telegraphed strangely, I suppose, is like the most you could say about that, but whatever. That's just nitpicking. And ignore that, because that's one of the symbols. And this time, maybe next time, Starkey, we'll let you out, but not this time. Oh, I thought that was another platform up there. Oops. Cannot emphasize enough how bringing back the bunny hopping while using paint or thinner makes it was such a great move that felt so dynamic in the original And I'm really happy that they intentionally brought it back. Because Epic Mickey 2 took that away. For whatever reason. Like you could... I'm trying to replicate it, but you could start jumping. And then in midair, start... You could... that's kind of how it worked in Epic Mickey 2. Actually, no. Wait, I remember now. There's a section on the ground where the other... they have to thin out. Gotta be careful. No. There's definitely... there's a portion... I'm remembering now. There's a portion of the ground where... there it is! Hey, I got there eventually. Alright, let's finish up with Daisy and then deliberately not go through with the rest of the quest. Oh, they even kept the little platform there. That's cute. Even though it's completely unnecessary with the new movement set, I'm glad they actually included this platform so you can get up here easier. That is very cute. Oh, they added another one. All right, let's get Daisy's. Let's get Daisy's body and then get out of here. Now I remember when a kid with the hangman's tree. I remember that's pretty glitchy in the original. But I wonder how it is going to be dealt with in this remake. Gotta equip the watch sketch. I suppose it's possible they've redesigned that part entirely because it was very unclear exactly what you're meant to do to unlock the passage to the Hangman's Tree. Especially if you don't help Starkey beforehand. Yeah, this whole section in the original, it was another scripted camera sequence, but yeah, that's completely redone here. Like again, saying that this game has a better camera than the original is like the lowest possible bar you could have set. Okay. Now this is the sequence. Yeah, because if I remember correctly... Okay. Because for some reason, if you go into that, in the original, if you go into that specific section there, it just sort of ends, and then the passage is open indefinitely, but... Let's try this again. Okay. So it seems like they're actually expecting you to solve a puzzle here. And it's only for that section, huh? Okay. I'm not used to this. I actually have to solve the puzzle and not just rely on a stupid glitch. There's no switch or anything here. Yeah, I am not actually sure because it was so broken in the original. I've never actually considered what we're meant to do to open the Hangman's Tree. Huh. Well, that's bizarre. Alright, well, maybe we should help him after all. How many enemies are left? Oh, oh, okay, they're all pacified anyway. I guess it's possible to complete all those quests that don't turn it into Starkey. I don't know what the max percent rules would be for that. Yeah, I guess I've never really considered like the entrance to how you're actually supposed to do the entrance to the, because you can leave Starkey behind. It changes when we come back to Tortooga before going to Skull Island. It changes the whole it changes the entire map and the return to Tortooga. Is there are a bunch of enemies there instead of the pirates. Okay, I like that they kept this part the same. That's actually this little 2D section didn't need an extension, and I'm glad they didn't put it in. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? And I remember, oh wow, okay. Yeah, always look to the left now. There is like 99% of the 2D levels now have something just out to the side of the entrance, which was never the case in the original. And it's gotten me paranoid now. Does the bell do something? Or no, it's just a neat mechanic. Oh, now this is new. This is new. Oh! Okay, that's cute. That is such a good idea. I am very proud of myself that I've managed to find almost all of the new stuff on my first try. Like, there's been maybe 1 or 2 extra bits of film reel. There's a gold e-ticket up there. There's got to be like an extra. There's got to be an extra thing to get how to get there. Maybe ground pound? No. Okay. So it looks like maybe we can climb on top of this iceberg here. Yeah, that looks like it looks like that's what they want me to do. I will gladly do so. Anything for a gold e-ticket. Oh. Oh, okay, there's an actual time limit now. You can no longer double jump at any time, which is how the original handled it. There is a cooldown, or not a cooldown, it's the inverse of a cooldown. So, gonna get a bit of a running slide here. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. It looked like I missed for a second, didn't it? Oh man, this game. Not just a faithful remake, but a dynamic remake that takes its opportunities seriously. Hello, whale. Whoa, what happened to his animation there? I don't know what that was, but you can no longer go through the blowhole. Oh well. Of course, gotta run past. Nope, visible wall. It looks like there's a secret area here, right? Really does look like it.
Hello.
Yeah. Now we'll have to figure out... Now I will have to figure out how you're actually supposed to get through the hangman's tree without abusing the glitch that I've... It's been the only way that I've known how to get past that without helping Starkey. Imagine that. These guys still... Yep, okay. Oh, it's just the one. Oh, they only... Do they only sell... Maybe, does this guy, I think he sell... No. Because I seem to remember that the pirates actually sold multiple sketches. Not just the one. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Hey!
You know what? It's always good to have a goal in life. Enjoy your life being a pirate. Alright, time to head over to Skull Island. Or not Skull Island, there's that section in the middle. The one that's more obviously based on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Ahoy!
Sure, you did all that.
Arr!
Yeah, that was definitely all you. Yeah, so far when it comes to the 2D levels, there really hasn't been a loser among them. They've all been good. Oh, gotta go to left first. I knew it. Almost every single level has had something behind the, has had something hidden. Oh, it's the spiders! My least favorite 2D enemy in the entire goddamn game. Because they would, oh, there's an actual animation now. They fixed the spiders. You are no longer my least favorite thing about the 2D levels. Oh, this is good. It's like they knew, Purple Lamp knew that the worst 2D levels needed the most, that they needed the most work, and they gave the most work. Wow, this has been completely overhauled. Like, I wouldn't go so far as to say I hated this level in the original, but it was definitely in like the bottom 5. Whereas, yeah, I think I pretty much like all of them now. Yep, secret area. I can see those extra e-tickets. You can't hide from me. I shouldn't try my luck over there. All right. Time for Skull Island. I am once again very excited. Just... Is it the... like, the purple motif that is really really going through? That's got to be like a thing that Purple Lamp did on purpose. Like everything outside, or that has a darker tone to it, has a purple hue. I am not as familiar with their remake of the SpongeBob SquarePants video game, so I don't really know. It is possible. Did they? Was there also an abundance of purple in that remake? Oh, there's nothing up here. I thought there would be. The ground pound is not especially useful, but or at least it isn't like on its own. You have to find ways to use it. I will never get used to the swapping of left and right mouse buttons. So every time I think I've got it. I'm probably just going to have to get used to it, because by the time that purple lamp fixes that input glitch that I ran into, there's, like, by that point, I'll already have gotten used to it. And then I won't want to change it back. Whoa! Look at this! This looks incredible! Wow, I cannot wait to see Skull Island proper. That is like the biggest map in the whole series, let alone the first game. That looks... My God, it looks... My God, it's full of stars and fire. What? That's new. Is there a puzzle here, or is it just cosmetic? Nope, there's an actual puzzle. Oh yeah, we gotta thin out the pipe. Oh, that is cute. That's new. That is completely new. Of course, I'm gonna look back at my old footage and say that it's not new, but it certainly felt new, regardless of whether it actually was. There we go. Oh, and you can also like do a partial charge. That's neat. You don't have to use all three at once. Which is also another thing that kind of held that attack back in the original. That's what you get for binding it to shaking the Wii remote and the nunchuck at the same time. Oh. Wait. Did I almost went through there. Is it possible to actually skip that part using like that kind of glitch? Maybe? I don't know. That's not my job to find out. Oh wow. All the destructibles reset when you die. Which, I mean, I guess that made more sense in the original when there was like an obvious loading screen separating them. Whereas now it's just like a respawn kickout. Are they gonna continue the fire motif? Oh! Okay, they really are committed to this new gimmick. And you know what? I'm happy with that. First, it was the slopes in the 2D levels. They're really going for this, huh? I'm happy for them. I am very happy for them. And I think this time I'm going to use the thinner on the pumps, just so we can see the alternate animation. It's kind of like how in the very first pump that we saw with the rides, it would break the rides further instead of repairing them. So, exclusive content in this blind Let's Play. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, this is where the other pump was, hiding behind the thinner. They just made it a bit clearer. That's good. I like that. Yeah, overloading. That's the term I would use. Oh wow, we already have a terp. So, are we just supposed to thin this out? I guess. Oh, okay. That's a neat idea. That is a very neat idea. I approve. Yeah, so as usual, as typical for an MMO game, your choices are as much cosmetic as they are impactful. I mean, it's basically series tradition at this point. I honestly thought I would be able to land onto the boat with that ground pound. I mean, I'm sure this looks great on console too. Like, it's not, it's not just a PC thing. Like, even on Switch, I'm sure it looks good. Oh, hey. That's the Lost Pirate and the one with, if you remember, the blank text box. Oh. There's more than one chain here, I see. Okay. Yeah, we gotta break them all. Eric is very shy. He insisted that breakable objects obscure his view. He's very self-conscious. Rigger Green is also he also there's also a side quest involving him and Evan Mickey too. I can't remember what it's like though. How am I doing on my pin collection anyway? Yeah, it's gone pretty well. I mean, obviously we still can't get every pin on a single playthrough, but yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to negatives with this remake, really the only one I actually the thing, I mean, the things that I dislike about it are so small. They're incredibly tiny nitpicks. It's like not even worth considering. Probably, you know, unless you like me have played hundreds of hours of the original, I doubt you would even notice or care. Oh wow, this oh, whoops, that was poorly timed. That was very poorly timed, ironically. I noticed that there was an achievement for knocking enemies into the thinner, so I might as well take this opportunity so I can get it. Well, I won't get it yet because there's a couple more left, but Skull Island, there will be plenty of opportunities to knock enemies into the thinner. What? Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm glad you can still get that concept art. Yeah, it's... I mean, it is pretty similar to how it was in the original. It's just it looks more vibrant when it's at 60 frames per second. Or even just a stable frame rate at all. Even this, like... The stuff I've heard about the Switch version's performance, I mean, it's... Can't be that bad. Well... For sure, I know that we can't go left. Always looking... I'm always on the lookout now for little things to interact with in these 2D levels. That's a new... Well, a very small new area, but still... No, we have to get creative here. Oh, are they expanding on the fireworks? They are. It really is impressive how they've added just enough to the 2D levels to make the new movement options feel worthwhile. Yeah, that's not gonna work. No, there's nothing over there. Yep, I see that extra film reel. All right, we need the fireworks. Except, wait, they moved the fireworks over to the left. Unless there was a new batch of fireworks I didn't see. Right. Okay, I get it now. So they kept that same gimmick, they just made it a bit harder. That's cool. Skull Island, here we come.
Hello.
Mother of God, this looks... Now, this time we're not going to help the pirates, because that's what gets the other set of side quests. Because then the pirates stay in Tortooga or in Ventureland. There's a pin on top of here. That was a bit easier to get to than the original. Basically, I had to glitch my way up there in the LP. Even when compared to the earlier sections, Skull Island has been given an incredible visual overhaul. Just it's almost like a full-on reinterpretation of this with the same level design, but way darker. So this is the kind of darker stuff I was hoping to see, as opposed to, you know, be based on the concept art. From my memory, the absolute minimum you need to do here is with the anchors. Whoops. I keep forgetting that you really shouldn't be dashing when you're on like completely vertically neutral ground. Oh! Okay. They're training us. They are training new players for the mechanics that are going to come up later in the Captain Hook fight. That is a brilliant change. I am all for that. Yes! "100% on board." Actually training you with puzzles for how the Captain Hook fight will work. God, that is such a good change. Like, that's the kind of change I would see in, like, a Resident Evil remake. That kind of thing. Okay, time to... Well, actually, no. I think we should still go to see Pete Pan. I think that's, you know, we truly haven't completed Skull Island without at least talking to Pete Pan, even though we are going to ignore the pirate replicator machine. That's new. There's actual changes to this level design. Okay, you know what? I actually think I'm going to take a gamble on this. I'm pretty sure that if you destroy the machine with thinner instead of restoring it with paint, I think it does the same... it has that same effect on the side quest chain. Yep, there we go. We've failed that quest line on purpose. Man, everything about Skull Island is... Hell, everything with the remake has been so impressive. Oh right. There's the old trick. I mean, it worked on other Beetleworks. Yeah. Okay. TV sketch instantly finishes them off, or at least, actually, I don't know if it was instant, but because there may have been some overlap with my other melee attack. But regardless. Alright, here we go. Took a chance on this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Imagine that. Consequences for your actions. That is literally unprecedented with the rest of this game structure. And the only question remains that... because Pete Pan is at the very top of this section. Oh yeah, it's over here. So for those watching this on YouTube, again, I'm sorry this is not the most informative of commentary, but I'm just so in awe of what Purple Lamp have done with this remake. You know, I'm at a loss for words here. Okay. There is clearly some new twist to getting up to the top. Yeah, you also now have a limit of that you can only use melee once in midair, which I think was just a way of negating fall damage, making sure you can't negate fall damage, which is useless anyway, because the ground pound already negates damage completely. Oh, this is new? I don't know what that did, but oh. Again, this is also new. Oh, okay, I guess there's a new interior in here. This kind of reminds me of one section like a little bit into Epic Mickey 2, which also had a temporary, you know, diversion of going over. There he is! It's our boy! Oh, look at him go. What? Okay, I think this is new. Him insisting on turning our backs to us. Or his back to us. Alright, so we've seen Pete Pan. We came to see Pete Pan. And we have accomplished that, so let's finish up the rest of the flags. There is what appears to be like some sort of hit sound effect. I think maybe something that's preloaded, even though we hadn't actually hit the ground. Again, a strange bit of jank, but it does seem like the kind of thing that might be fixed in an update. Potentially. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a gold pin up here. Okay, that's new. That platform is new. Could it be related to The helmsman's wheel that we turned earlier, perhaps. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same ship. There it is. Okay. All right. I understand now. Yeah, I can hear that sound again. All right, so let's... Another one of these puzzles. I really like how they've changed up the puzzles here for the anchors. Okay, so before there was a glitch where you could kind of death warp with this. Well, it does kind of break, but not in a good way. I don't remember there being a animatronic pirate over there. I thought that was a Spladoosh. But, again, my memory clearly can't be trusted. Especially when the remake is doing such a good job of introducing new ideas in a seamless way. I am kind of curious. Once we get to the Captain Hook fight, that version was pretty strict about it having like a pulled back scripted camera, and I'm curious as to how this remake will deal with that. So, I mean, it wasn't always obvious, like in the Let's Play, but it was specifically from that 3/4 view, where you could have a whole view of the ship. But we shall see momentarily. Oh, see, okay, so that gate is scripted to shut much earlier than it would be otherwise. And there we go. Oh, that was a bit of a strange music animation there. Then again, as much polish as this remake has, it wouldn't be right if there wasn't like a little bit of extraneous jank. Now, so we've had two main boss fights already. We had the clock tower, which had a pretty significant overhaul, and then there was Peatronic, who was basically the same, except for like one very small change to his moveset. So I'm curious what direction they will go for the Captain Hook fight. Because, I mean, his moveset was already pretty intricate. And some of the stuff might not work as well if they're going with an easier to control camera. But we shall see momentarily. Just adjusting here. I am very curious to see how they will handle this. Alright, here we go. To Captain Hook. Eventually, after Mickey unsticks himself. That was a bit long for what that animation was going through. Okay, so this part is pretty much the same. They didn't need to add like an extra hallway. Oh, yes. They already recognize perfection and thus understood that really this boss fight didn't need to be changed that much at all. It was already great. And with the free-range camera, which we were unable to use in the original, we could actually see around us. Oh. Okay, well, unfortunately, the Croc's introduction is... okay, we can do that again. Let's do that without the animation hitching this time. There we go. Alright. Let's do this. Captain Hook awaits us. I'm not. Unfortunately for you, I am not planning on rescuing the sprite. Alright, here we go. Yes, they kept it! They kept the fixed camera angle! And the attacks actually make sense now! You can even use Thinner to stop the bombs. Oh wow, this is way easier, but in a good way. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's Croc-a-clock. No. Can I still knock the bombs back at him? Yeah, well, kind of. Kind of. It doesn't really do anything, though. Oh, that one worked. Okay. When it's a single one, it works, but not in the clusters. Oh, the change to the camera work is so much better now. How do I put that in place then? Okay, well, we may not be able to... I may have forgotten, but... Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Croc-a-clock is back on. There's a constant beeping sound, which I think is like a microwave going off. But I think that's in game. I cannot say enough good things about this new aiming that's only in like certain areas, but it's really good as far as aim assist goes. You know what? I've never tried throwing a TV down. Does he react to that? He does not. He is immune to the TV. All right, now it's time. I'm just gonna sit here and appreciate this animation for a bit. Good job. I'm glad they kept the overhead camera for that fight. It really helped with the atmosphere. And you can go and rescue the sprite anyway. It just won't... You won't complete the quest. There's some concept art, I think, up here. Yeah, you can still do this whole sequence. Even after defeating Hook. I think I'm going to call it after we go back to Mean Street, or after Ventureland at least. We'll stay in Ventureland for a bit just to see the set of NPCs. But after that, I think I'll call it, because unfortunately I got to be up early tomorrow morning. But we can at the very least see the consequences of our actions. Oh. Okay. Okay. I will have to look up what happens, because okay, I guess we do have to actually ignore the pirate machine. So unfortunately we're stuck with Jim the Riddler. Or Jim the Puzzled. Oh well. I will have to double check my strategy guide from the original version, but before we go, let's at least see animatronic Daisy. Yep. Well, I mean, she looks a bit better, but still pretty horrifying. A nice glisten to her metal there. Okay, now I want to see because does this trick work when it comes to finding the pieces of? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, let's try this again. Maybe it's only after. Okay, it works now. It works now. I tried to get this to work in the original, and it didn't work properly. But now Daisy actually tells you where all of Donald's pieces are in Lonesome Manor. They actually got it right. Good job. All right, and yeah, with that, I am going to call it for now. Maybe just grab. Yeah, always a good idea to grab some extra health upgrades and a silver pin. I don't remember there being a silver pin here. All right, well, we've beaten Captain Hook, helped Daisy, actually got her secret regarding Donald's pieces to work, and yeah, we'll continue this next stream. I don't really mind that this isn't really pulling any numbers because I'm having fun with this. It is a fantastic remake, and I'm very glad to play it on stream. So I will see you folks later.